That is his intelligence. And that is our culture in a nutshell. That you act like one person acts like I know everything, and the second person acts like I know nothing. And the moment you learn this performance, you are a happy family. And the moment you go away from the facade, the moment you go away from the charade, you are tadipar. The word tadipar. I love that word. I love the word tadipar. मेरा बहुत favorite word है tadipar.
Why?
क्योंकि मुझे लगता है कि कर दो मुझे तड़ीपार. I don't give a shit.
ये बात तो सही है.
Because के एक बिरादरी से निकालोगे दूसरी बिरादरी मिल जाएगी. हिंदुस्तान में बहुत सारी बिरादरी है. Right now, I am sitting with you. I am sitting with you. It's a brotherhood of two people who have like funny exchanges. I've met you. I've known you for the past 20 days.
Right.
We've had a lot of good fun exchanges.
Of course.
That is our brotherhood.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
So there are a lot of brotherhoods in this country. तो तड़ी पार मुझे अच्छा लगता है कि तड़ी पार हो भी गए. कहीं और जाएंगे.
This give rise to one more question in my mind. That sometimes we feel that the very fun is indiscipline or lack of seriousness. I've seen this in corporate that in the meetings people are not allowed to have fun or laugh, not smile. Why are you smiling? Even in school, why are you smiling? Even at home, for what you are smiling? Why the very fun, which is so natural, the way we cry, we laugh. Why very fun is being so? You are an actor. You're an actor. This fun, which is such a basic emotion, fun. Why it's people in the culture of this country is being deprived of this basic emotion, fun?
Because it creates jobs for people who are not fun. I'm telling you this. This is my.
So
my.
Fun is a commodity.
Fun. No. Fun is the absence of fun is a commodity. Fun is not the commodity. Fun is a very dangerous concept in this world. But the absence of fun becomes a very safe commodity. That if you are not having fun, then you are safe. Then we don't
the
have
absence of craving for fun.
Yeah, absence of fun in general. Like, if you are, I believe that if you are craving for fun, you will find it. So if you are craving for fun, you are already fun. I know it. Like, if you are craving for fun, then you are already fun.
If you are craving for fun, you are already fucked.
Yeah, you are already fun.
So
fun.
You already fun. You have fun.
You have fun in yourself.
So, but craving.
अगर आप
craving is
कर रहे हो,
addiction. Craving is addiction. Someone is now. What is fun? Is the fun? You're talking about the feeling or the source of the fun?
Both. The feeling of fun and the source of the fun. Either you get fun in your life from something that is fun, like for example bowling. Bowling is fun, right? Bowling is a fun activity. Playing cricket is a fun activity. Either you find fun.
Singing
Singing is a fun activity. Art is a fun activity.
Can be a fun activity for one child
Of course.
and not for another child.
Not for
Not for every child.
only for children who. That's the thing. You either when you crave fun, like a person who craves fun and a person who has fun, they're both the same. So an artist and a scientist, they're both the same. Why? Because a scientist, let's say a mathematician is someone who found fun in numbers, and an artist is a person who created his own fun with paint, right? They're both. It's like this. This is where an artist is. This is where I am. Like Praveen, I am Akash, you are Praveen. Praveen and Akash are at these points, right? So Praveen decides I am good with maths, but I'm going to have fun with maths. So he starts having fun with maths, and then he goes up and up and up, and he comes here. Akash decides that I'm going to create my own fun with art. So the more he creates, again he goes there. So they both end up at the same point. So I would say that a mathematician is someone who has fun with maths.
Why the relationship of so many kids in India with maths is fear?
Because maths is very closely related to economics, and economics is very scary.
So is the fear of money, not the
Money,
numbers.
yeah. It's money for sure. Numbers, money. I mean,
So
you can't tell me
are you
that.
saying that a family where the husband and wife is completely busy in making money and fucked up because of the maths, because of the financial, the child will be not interested in maths?
The child could be interested in
Could be
maths.
interested in maths.
If he thinks that money is everything, then maybe he can correlate maths with money.
So child see the opportunity and focus more on maths because he's watching the problems.
Yeah.
There's an opportunity.
Children are very malleable that way.
हाँ
You know, we think children will react in one way or another way.
हाँ
You know, some children will be like, I am scared of this, fuck this. And some children
Accept it.
will be like, this is my reality.
Exactly.
And this is where my
Yeah,
direction.
yes.
So this is how children are. You can't be like a children ऐसे ही react करेंगे.
Do you agree with this that the kids in India, because the parents do not understand them, they are just pretending one kind of behavior, but in reality, they stop showing the real face of their life very early in their childhood. That because parents do not understand, they interrupt, they this and that, they don't trust and this and that. So they pretend, they create one kind of image in front of their parents, and they are completely different outside the home. But the very duality is accepted by the parents, and they don't even want to go inside the child to know what is a real child inside. Do you agree with this scenario?
Yeah. I don't think Indian parents want to know their real child. They don't want to. They don't want to.
They
know.
don't have that curiosity only, you're saying.
They don't have the mind space only. It's not even about curiosity. Curiosity comes from a mind that is interested in knowing.
Yeah.
Curiosity is the state of a mind that is interested in knowing.
So for a moment, if you keep a mother aside and take only lady from the mother, and a father aside and take only person from the father, maybe their mind space there's no space in their mind to think like this. They're already talking too much in their mind, or they're lost in their mind, and the thoughts are tangled, and they're lost in the emotions.
Yeah.
And they have surrendered themselves so much to the emotions. They are not choicefully thinking; they are automatically thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of lies as well. Sweet lies. We all tell them.
And assumptions.
Yeah, sweet lies, assumptions.
And assumptions as intelligence.
Yeah, and then you have societal exceptions of certain things. So it's a cocktail. It's a cocktail. It's not just one drink. It's not a pure drink.
Yeah.
It's not like one shot of tequila. It is tequila mixed with a little bit of vodka, mixed with a little bit of wine, mixed with a little bit of juice. It all comes together to make that drink.
But do you think that this country has become more sadder and emotionally imbalanced and emotionally hurted? Do you think like that? You see, when you talk deep with people, do you think that because of the very parenting and because of the very culture of this country, which is a touch denied and a hug deprived country, do you think that it's not good for the country, or do you think that okay, this is how it is?
I can't say about the country. I don't want to.
But the culture varies from
There
country
was
to
a
country.
time where I was.
Culture varies from country to country.
I'm 33, man. I can't. I'm not young enough to say everything about the country. But what I will say is that it's the choice of the kind of person you want to become. Do you want to be a person who's passionless, who's emotionless, or do you want to be a person who has some sort of a current going through them? And that's what it's about. Because being robotic, I wouldn't say this country is sad. I would just say that this country is robotic. That we feel certain emotions.
Because even sadness has to be felt.
Yeah, sadness
Yeah.
is a proper emotion.
Absolutely, it's a nice emotion to
Yeah,
man,
like
absolutely. I agree.
characters from a Dostoevsky novel are sad.
Yeah,
They're sad Russian people.
yeah.
But at least they have emotions.
And that's the reason sadness is also the part of the entertainment.
Yeah.
There's a lot of sad movies and the happy movies and the sad movies and a blend of it.
Yeah, sadness is a very powerful emotion. I wish this country was sad, but it's not sad.
It's not sad. It's a robotic country.
It's a robotic country.
It's a robotic
country where we feel emotions because we are given a set of guidelines like see this, feel this, see this, feel this, see this, feel this, see this, feel this. See this, react this way. See this, react that way. And if you're reacting in any other way, then that is bad.
Because you're wrong.
You're wrong.
And don't ask questions.
Don't ask questions, definitely. One good thing about this country is that they tell you to don't ask questions from yourself also. So that is the best thing about our country. Because even if you enlighten yourself from your country, that's the dichotomy of this country, is that even the most enlightened people that we've had in this country, they have been people who are very strong in their belief, right? So that strength of belief also comes from the same country. That even when you are rebelling against the norms, you still have to believe like you are one of us. I find that to be a beautiful thought, because that to me ties down everything.
I know, bro.
It is the full circle between art and science, art and commerce, science and commerce. It's a full circle which comes to that. Belief is the ultimate weapon. Belief in yourself, that's the ultimate weapon.
But very rarely it's been told to our kids that you have to create your own belief system. We are asked to depend upon the belief system which is being imposed on us.
Yeah, because belief is a currency, right? So if you accept your imposed beliefs, your conviction will become even stronger.
So you are asked to believe in the God. You
Yeah.
are asked to believe that you have to do a job. You are asked to believe in this. And very non-believing is disrespecting.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say anything completely about the country also, because I feel that the more you get to know this country, the more you realize that there is some sort of a knowledge in the scriptures, right? Because the scriptures teach you that the good triumphs over the evil, that eventually there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So that is one belief that I don't want to let go. And that is one belief that comes from also the same country.
The ancient wisdom you're talking
Ancient
about.
wisdom.
Yeah.
Right. That
Do you see any scope of ancient wisdom in the culture of this country now?
only if you let go of the culture of the country.
which is not going to
Only-
happen overnight. Because it doesn't
Yeah,
happen.
yeah,
It didn't
You have
build.
to
It
be-
didn't happen that
Yeah,
culture doesn't happen. It's like first the trend, the pattern, and the culture.
You have to be so strong in your head.
Oh my
You
God.
have to be so strong in your heart that you believe that whatever little culture that you create for yourself is the culture. Of
Is the culture? Yeah, it's your individual culture.
Yeah.
In your own electromagnetic field.
And when you believe it, it will happen.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
Because
I agree with you.
this country will surprise you.
Yeah.
This country will surprise you. It will show you the most uneducated people coming from the smallest of towns having the most profound wisdom.
Yeah.
And
Do-
it will
do-
show
do-
you the most educated people, studied abroad, studied in a big university, Ivy League, money, fame, everything. And they will show you that, okay, their belief system actually fucking sucks.
But do you think that the knowledge, the very knowledge, the presence of knowledge in your mind, especially the knowledge which is number based, which is just hardly 1,500 years old, and the word based, which is 50,000 years old. So all the knowledge we have is a number based and word based knowledge.
Yeah.
Right? So the very presence of knowledge and considering knowledge as an intelligence is taking people away from the wisdom.
No. Because how will they get to wisdom if they don't feel knowledge? If a person, because we have to give people that benefit of doubt as well, right? We give that to Americans, right? We give that to every American. Every American has freedom of thought because they have ICSC board and like they are taught to think for themselves and all of that. But we don't give that freedom to Indian people. Why? Because we think that knowledge itself is wrong. No, no. Let them have the knowledge, but let them have the opportunity to arrive at wisdom. Life itself is also a great wisdom coach, right?
And what if knowledge has become pride?
Pride in general is the end. You can't have pride of knowledge. Pride of knowledge is the worst
don't you
one.
feel that when you go to Indian doctor, you feel like that you are not meeting a person, you are meeting a doctor with a lot of pride of his knowledge? Don't you feel like that?
I haven't been to a lot of doctors, so I can't answer that question. But
Do you agree with this that most of the Indians, when they go inside the doctor's chamber, they have a little fear in their mind?
yeah,
That fear is mainly because they think that I'm going to speak with someone who is more knowledgeable. And if I speak, if I ask questions, if I ask debate and discuss and don't agree, then it's hurting his pride, which is his knowledge. Do you agree to this?
that's what we do. No, as
You
Indians,
agree to this, right?
we surrender to higher knowledge. But it's the same. You can replace a doctor with just a white person.
Ha,
We are right now in Dharmkot.
ha,
It's white people galore, right? White people everywhere.
ha.
You will see Indian people believing the same thing that a white person teaches them much more readily
Right,
as they would with an Indian person.
right.
You would see people. I just saw today, okay, in a cafe. My friend is Indian. My friend is behind the camera, right? He goes to a cafe. He talks to the guy. That guy is already entertaining two white people in his cafe. But the only person he chooses to be mad at is the brown person. Is the person who comes from his own country. So in this scenario, my friend, who's a brown-skinned person, he becomes a regular person. And those people sitting behind the counter, those white people, they become the doctors.
That's
Right?
why you see, they always think in the references.
Yeah.
Who is wiser than who is more wiser, who is more
Who's
wiser.
more wise? So,
Uh-huh. So it's like you are meeting a lawyer and judge. So if you're meeting a lawyer, you respect. But if you're meeting along with the judge, you respect more judge than the lawyer.
yeah,
So here, so your knowledge has become pride here.
yeah, yeah. Like,
So you are accepted on your knowledge,
yeah,
not
but
you
I
as a
would-
person.
But I wouldn't say it depends on profession. It can change on skin color also, right?
Yes, I agree.
That was my example. That,
yeah. Yes.
That a person, for a regular person, even if that person is not scared in front of the doctor.
Yeah.
Let's say the friend of ours who chose to disrespect a brown person in favor of a white person, maybe he is very confident in front of a doctor. But he also has his own blind spot,
Yeah.
which is white people.
Yeah.
So, in that sense, yeah, we have a lot of blind spots
Yeah.
towards doctors, towards white people, towards I don't know, people
Yeah.
in suits,
People in suits.
people
People have those who have big vehicles.
big vehicles,
Yeah.
loud voice, big body,
Big body. Yeah.
multiple different sources of surrendering yourself
Right.
without actually surrendering yourself.
So that's assumptions. There's a power of assumption.
Power of assumption. Assumption is knowledge, as I told you. In our country, assumption is treated as the highest knowledge.
Highest knowledge, intelligence.
If you are able to assume something about certain people, consider that your greatest knowledge.
And you never validate whether the assumption is truth or not.
why do you need to?
Because that's the reason it's an assumption.
Why do you need
The
to
presence
trust?
of validation, it means it's not an assumption.
The whole point, like,
So the very word assumption is absence of validation.
that we have hacks, man. We have spiritual hacks. We have faith, highest spiritual quality. Faith is one of the highest spiritual qualities. And then you have assumption, one of the lowest qualities of a person.
Yeah,
You combine them together.
yeah,
Have faith in your assumptions.
yeah.
Fuck off then.
Yeah, so it's life is all about it's between assumption and belief system. It's like if you are living in life is full of assumptions, you are living a very superficial life.
Yeah.
That's what you call a robotic life.
Robotic life.
And when you are living a life with a belief system, with your own belief system, you have your own culture. That's at least you are taking the ownership of the life.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's your belief system. You are deciding whether you want to cut the hairs or not cut the hairs, or you want to eat when you are hungry, or you want to eat when there's 9 a.m. breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense. I think it's a nice talking with you, Akash. We will respectfully end here now. But I think the answer to this question, and if we can learn from something from this life school, a street interview. One, we talked about the thought, and you believe in this, that the boys have this capacity of connecting,
Disconnecting.
disconnecting so we can connect,
Yeah.
disconnect so we can connect,
Yeah.
right? And girls are more in the present. And another thing which I have learned from you is the impact of culture, especially in the context of assumption and in the context of belief system. So I think the people who are living life with assumption without, I think we cannot say without validation, is where assumption is without validation, are living a very superficial second-hand life, automated life, robotic life. And the people who are living with their own belief system, at least we can say they are living life here. And the life is now. Your belief system has to work now.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks for your time, brother. I'm ending this.
Thank you.